we're going to post and deploy XenFT contract with the code visible, but it will not be available for trading or minting. One thing that we wanted to do differently, and that's important. So when we launched Zen originally, we deployed the contract, and we had some issues deploying it because there was few things that we needed to correct, and we wanted to make sure that the code, the open source code that governs Zen, is also posted on chain so that people can actually see what they're getting into. And anytime you're specifying the time of launch, like I think we were, when we launched on October 8th, the time to launch was 10:15 a.m. on a Saturday, I remember. And it took us 15-20 minutes to clear it all out completely, just to make sure everything is in. And it took quite a bit of time, so we were late. So in this particular case, if an audit comes out clean, what we're gonna do, which is the we're kind of like this different idea, and deploy XenFT contract with the code visible, but it will not be available for trading or minting until a certain Ethereum block height. So as the Ethereum developers know, the block height is the number of the new blocks being created by the Ethereum blockchain. And what we will do is we'll basically assume that it takes about 15 seconds for every block to be produced. And we will deploy probably a few days before, but then the contract will have the block height method or a function that will not allow these NFTs to go live, but yet it will be available for viewing. So as soon as the blocks get issued and it's above a certain block ID or block number, that's when the trading and the minting technically will begin, but not before. So the main difference is that the contract address will be available before the mint, the actual start of the XenFT actual launch, so that people can prepare and look at the address and look at the code and make sure that they're getting into the right contract, because it is quite possible, and we have seen it before too. We've seen scam projects that would call themselves Zen launching before the Zen launch, and that made a lot of people get into something that isn't real, or something that has admin keys, something that has the treasury address, something that has the OA. And Zen obviously never had the OA, but people didn't know, so they thought that's the one to start buying or minting or whatnot. But with this method, we will actually indicate the block height, and then those block IDs, they will be tickering up, like, so to speak, until a particular number, and then once it crosses that number, once it crosses that block height, then it becomes available. So that's the major difference here.
Interesting. And let's be also clear with a few things. It's on zen.network on the XenFT page that people go in. There will be the countdown. We will try to make as many days as possible before launch to have the countdown. And it's going to be deployed on Ethereum and following chains as soon as possible. We want to see that Ethereum works well, for similar to how we did the launch of Zen protocol.